If Mary Donaldson brags about anything every time she gets the chance, it's her 4 children, and it's that they've revealed a completely unknown princess to us. Mary Donaldson, 51, has unwittingly, or expectedly, become the royalty of the moment. Photos of Federico de Dania, 55, strolling around Madrid with Genoveva Casanova, 47, went around the world, and this situation put the Australian in a somewhat awkward position. Named the Queen of Denmark, the truth is that she is very secretive about her personal life. However, this has not stopped them from being very popular with the Danes, whose support has grown in recent days. Taking refuge in the palace with their children, these are Christian, 18 years old, Isabella, 16 years old, and twins Vincent and Josepgina, 11 years old, who have become a pillar of support in the face of a scandal that has shaken not only the stability of his family, but also the crown. Just over a year ago, as a surprise for her 50th birthday, her 4 children revealed some of their hidden secrets from their mother. What is Mary Donaldson really like? Mary Donaldson, through her children, perfectionist, bossy, and a lot of fun to be around. A lover of nature, an athlete, and caring for the most disadvantaged, Mary Donaldson is the thriftiest royalty in Europe. A few years ago, she decided to reuse all her closet items over and over again to raise awareness of responsible consumption. A law graduate from the University of Tasmania, she is said to be a brilliant, natural woman with an innate elegance and very dedicated to her role as a mother. Christian, Isabella, Vincent and Josephine agree that he is very much a perfectionist. She retires to her room and sits at her computer or in the living room while the TV is on in the background. Everything always has to be absolutely perfect, assured Isabella in a video that was broadcast publicly on the occasion of the princess's 50th birthday. She plays the drums well, admits her daughter Josephine, while her older sister adds, she also sings very well. And at parties she dances very well. A very funny aspect of the Australian that we were completely unaware of. Vincent, 11, couldn't keep from laughing when he remembered how his mother pronounced Danish, and although she has dedicated herself to learning it perfectly, there are words that still cost her. You can't say apple, he laughed. Isabella, destined to be the heir to her mother's style, assures him that she is the best confidant. If you're having trouble with something or having a rough day at school, she's nice to talk to. At the same time, while she is somewhat overbearing in day-to-day affairs, all 4 emphasize their mother's passion for nature and animals, especially horses, which she tried to instill in each of them. Mary Donaldson's goal has always been to try to keep her 4 children out of controversy, which is becoming increasingly difficult given that young people are starting to grow up and have access to all the information. Mary Donaldson's office is one of the most special and cozy among the members of the European royal family. Mary, from Denmark, 51, has been at the epicenter of the storm since November 7 last year. After 14 days of asylum in the palace, the Australian resumed her institutional activities with the sole purpose of normalizing the acute situation not only in Denmark but also in Spain. Mary reappeared alone at Copenhagen City Hall to preside over a gala dinner in honor of Vietnam's vice president. A day later, the biggest surprise was to see the couple together again. A purely professional meeting in which they looked very serious and detached, a detail that did not go unnoticed by anyone and got the Danish press talking about a hypothetical breakup that Queen Margaret would not wish to tolerate. With this new step forward, Mary Donaldson has demonstrated her professionalism, a competence that prompted us to explore one of the most important corners of Frederick's palace, her study. She sits at her computer or in the living room while the TV is on in the background. Everything must always be absolutely perfect, said her daughter Isabella just a few months ago, referring to her mother's perfectionism, a neatness that manifests itself in this corner where he spends so many hours a day. All the details of Mary Donaldson's office. Thanks to the social media of the Danish royal house, we were able to get a detailed look at the office of Frederick of Denmark's wife. A very spacious and bright space overlooking the garden, where a large wooden desk crowns the room with white walls and gold trim, giving the place a royal look. On the table you can't miss a computer with a large screen, a webcam, a printer, all kinds of pens and stickers to take notes at any moment. Flowers placed in a glass vase give the space an extra freshness and vitality, and next to it 3 silver candelabras with white candles give a lot of warmth. If we compare it to the minimalism of Queen Letizia, where white is the protagonist, contrasted only by the bookcase, Mary's office stands out with a more homely coziness. Right next to the door, 4 black and white portraits of his children, Christian, Isabella, Vincent and Josephine draw the eye. Just below is a small round table full of books that leads to the meeting area. On the other hand, an imposing dark wood bookcase contrasts with the warmth of the room and is perfect for long and busy work days. Mary's office has no shortage of artwork either. Everyone knows Frederick of Denmark's passion and interest in painting. Therefore, it is not surprising that in his wife's office we find 2 completely different canvases, but perfectly reflecting the personality of the princess. On the one hand, an equestrian-style painting with a silhouette of a horse, his favorite animal, and on the other, a much more colorful and abstract work. After working for 2 decades as an official member of the royal court, Mary Donaldson managed to make her study in Frederick VIII's palace her own. A very special place, full of messages that directly relate to her husband,